Christopher Nolan, director of the 20th century. In the world of films, nobody is a stranger to Christopher Nolan. Many film fanatics call him a crazy genius, the director of legendary films such as Batman, The Dark Knight, Inception or Interstellar. There have never been any films of his that flopped, and he is also praised by critics to be a creator of a different dimension, from the plot, storyline to the acting, as well as new styles of filming. Today, Beartai, What the Fact will introduce you to the 50-year-old director who dominated Hollywood, becoming Hollywood's legend that nobody can ever level up to in 20 years.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Christopher Nolan is half British-American. His father is a British who worked in advertising, while his American mother was a flight attendant. His uncle worked for NASA. Nolan was highly creative and would always use the small things around him in his films all the time. Took an interest in filmmaking at the early age of 8 with a handheld camera and was crazy about Star Wars, but would always tell people that his favorite film was Blade Runner, but he didn't major in film. Christopher Nolan's academic years, he studied English literature at University College London, which was a major of his dreams, and went into the world of films himself by joining the film club in his university. Nolan stepped into the world of films with big dreams, which is making a film about a contemporary sci-fi actioner set within the architecture of the mind, like Inception. Even his film company's logo is a maze that conveys a dream within a dream, like a maze. It took him 10 years to accumulate the experience to make his dream come true, and at the point, it was impossible to deny the maze mindset in his films.
It's called Inception. Already.
Following what was the first film he directed in 1998, which was a low budget that used only $6,000, which was his own money and help from his wife Emma, who worked in the film company called Working Title. But because it was a low-budget film, he could only film 15 minutes a day and only once a week for 4 months. When the film was released, Nolan caught the attention of many people in the film industry. Nolan's films always reflected reality, or what filmmakers called realism, such as the 3-layer dream in Inception or traveling through time in Interstellar. No matter how out of this world it may sound, he could always find reasons behind it to explain to people who watched his films, as well as the trilogy of The Dark Knight, to not be just some hero fantasy or some film made from a cartoon. With his enthusiasm in realism makes his films fixed in detail, trying not to use any kind of special effects except for locations that cannot be shot. What viewers will see in Nolan's films, apart from crashing cars, aircrafts coming apart, bombing 5-story buildings, the never-ending cornfields, or an airplane crashing into the building in TENET in his latest films, it all really happened. Making some actors, even though they didn't have a cue, they still asked if they could just come in just to witness his genius filmmaking. Nolan is known for being a director who is very close to his crew. He would eat and talk with the actors and crews, and many times he would hold the camera, boom mic, or even tell the actors their lines. But Nolan is famous for keeping secrets about his films. Michael Ken, who played for many films for Nolan, said that Nolan would drive to his home and make him read the script with him before taking it home, and never letting him reread the scripts. Or when he was shooting The Dark Knight Rises, actors would only know the ending from Nolan or have to wait until the filming is almost over.
Software patch, 6 months ago.
Check the IP on the patch.
Even though Nolan's films is filled with ambition and crazy concepts, but what really held down Nolan was his wife, Emma Thomas, who sits as executive producer at Synecopy. They met in university and have 4 children together. She helped Nolan in every film since 1997, looking after Nolan's concepts not to be too extreme, such as when he was directing Dunkirk. Nolan didn't write a single line because he knew he could remember the entire script, but in the end, Emma made him write the script or she wouldn't sign for the movie to start filming. He had to listen to her and wrote a short script of 75 pages for her to finally sign off and start the filming. Normally, a movie script would be more than 100 pages, but his perfectionism wasn't only in his filming but in his personal life. Even though he was colorblind to red and green, but Nolan stayed true to his British perfectionism because when he directed films, he would always wear suits to the set. He is also a film director who doesn't use email and has no social media. And most importantly, he doesn't have or use a phone because he said it wasn't necessary for his work. With his dedication and no limits, making his working style extremely detail-oriented, making a top director of the century, becoming a legend that he is, and soon there will be another film of his hitting the cinemas called TENET. So don't forget to book your tickets to witness Christopher Nolan's latest creation. Christopher Nolan, director of the 20th century. Who else do you want to hear about? Tell us in the comments below, and goodbye. Catch you in the next video with us, Beartai, What the Fact.
คุณผู้ชมครับคุณชอบคอนเทนต์ของเราจริงๆใช่ไหมครับคงไม่เชยเกินไปถ้าจะขอว่าชอบกดไลค์ใช่กดแชร์กด See First หรือ Subscribe ติดตามแบร์ไตเราจะมีเรื่องดีๆแบบนี้มาให้คุณเสมอแหละครับชอบช่วยแชร์ด้วยนะครับ